Oh dang, I forgot about my Instagram. I'm getting old.
Download a free mobile app available for Android and iOS devices. What the business is, it's your boy DJ Kane. And anytime I want to know what's going on with the celebrities, what's going on with music, what's going on with entertainment, then I always check out Toni Blaque, Little Black Book, every Thursday from 7 to 8 on RoundHereRadio.com.
All right, what's going on, world? What's up with you? It's your girl Toni Blaque. I'm back in the building. Welcome to Toni Blaque's Little Black Book. Yeah, I need that. I need that class. I appreciate it. Oh, I appreciate it much. What's going on with you, Swag? How you doing tonight? You been staying safe out here? You swag, you be swagged out and staying safe. I heard that. That's what's going on. Well, we back with another edition of Toni Blaque's Little Black Book. I would say it's the first of the month. It's the first of the week of the new month. We still in this year 2020, which I want a receipt. Like I want a refund on mine. I got my receipt. I need a refund on 2020 right now. I think if you have an item from Walmart, you have what, like 30 days to take it back. But Walmart, depending on which one you go to, I don't think they even look at the receipt no more. I don't even think they care. They let you sign your name on a little pad, and they give you your money back or whatever. They give you the credit. I need my credit back for 2020. But I hope everybody's doing good. I hope everybody's staying safe. There's been so much going on in the world. It's crazy from the murder hornet. I was shocked that the COVID-19, all of that. I'm gonna get into that definitely, and I'm gonna get into what's been going on within these last few days. But that murder hornet, I was like, who smashed Bumblebee? Took him from Transformers and turned him into like a bug. Like who designed and who came up with that? That's crazy. I think that was one of the craziest things that I've seen thus far, as far as what's being made in the lab, quote unquote. But like I said, I hope everybody is staying safe. I'm usually humorous and I'm usually kind of funny, laugh, ha ha, joke, joke. But it's been so much going on. You almost can't. I'm not an emotionally person, but I totally can sympathize and empathize with a lot of things that's going on. So I'm very passionate. That's what I have to let people know. Oh, you're emotional? No, I'm not emotional. I'm passionate, and there's a difference in between that, especially when it comes to things of the nature that's going on right now. But like I said, I hope everybody's staying safe. Everybody's selling masks. Shoot, everybody making money off these daggone masks. It's now a infomercial about how to get a safe mask for COVID-19. Oh, it's reusable. You can wash it. All kind of stuff. Oh, it's like for 13.49 a week. Really? So now y'all capitalizing off the pandemic, but I'm sure it's plenty of folks capitalizing off of that. But it's been, like I said, it's been so much going on with even the that's been brought back to the news are the children, because it's so much stuff going on. It doesn't keep you consistent on the next thing. So the first of the year, what happened? Kobe died. Then they brought out, oh, the COVID-19 happened, and then right on that paragraph of the newspaper where Kobe died, it was like, oh, the president had a chance to, to get the COVID, the virus, what's it called, the vaccine. Okay, so then that happened. Then COVID outbreak happened. Then it was stay at home, stay safe, you locked up. Then it's the police violence, and now we have the then don't forget the murder hornet. We can't forget that. I don't know where the H that thing came from. And then you have the untimely, the unspeakable murder of George Floyd. But you can't even just count that. You got to go back to Mr. Aubrey, and then you got to go to the young lady, last name Taylor, Breonna Taylor. It's been so much going on that, and then you being stuck in the house, and some of y'all trying to educate your kids because you're homeschooling and all that. So just imagine the mental capacity of the people at the moment. You know what I'm saying? Being stuck in home, trying to educate yourself, trying to stay safe, and what have you, and you trying to what's the word I'm looking for? You trying to digest everything that's been going on since January, and it's just June. It's been 6 months of this chaos, and we still have 6 more months left of just 2020. It's just June the 4th. So I'm gonna get back into it. I just wanted to make sure I greet y'all. We gonna come back. I got some more information. Definitely got a few stimulus updates, but we gonna definitely get into this topic of what now. What do we do now at this moment? What are you gonna do now? What you gonna do to make the change, make the difference? We'll be right back with Little Black Book.
Download our free mobile app available for Android and iOS devices.
Oh, that beat nasty.
Hold on, wait a second, let me get it back.
That's who? Why does that name sound familiar? Yeah, yeah. I like that. What does he go by? His regular name? Okay. What's this called? Freedom? Okay. Hey, Pastor Fellow. No, that's Kevin. Hey, Kevin. Sorry. He said, not the musket. How many people even know what a musket is? No, I'm saying a lot of people don't know what a musket is. I know what a musket is. I like that. What's up, Tom? Reaching for your wallet, get your hand on the man, bro. They do it every day. Somebody gotta stand up. I don't trust politics. All they do is holler this and that, acting like they care with nothing they can follow it. Feeding y'all lies, not some man, all of it. Looking at the history of hey, Miss CC. We getting busy. I got some facts. I got some news you can definitely use. What have you? Jail, they stuff us. Think about the many years black men suffer. They don't want to see us. The money with our feet up. They'd rather see us beat up. Shackled to a tree trunk. Hey, what's going on, Mr. Jones? How they all perceive us. All the damage done, I'll be waiting for the cleanup. God will never leave us. Live every day, and my family is the reason. My kids growing up, and I pray I get to see them. Trying to find a meaning when we talk about freedom. Trying to be a leader. Working till we cut our hands and feet up. Calling on Jesus. Waiting till the day we get to meet him. I feel like this is the season. Ain't no reason we should be bleeding. We always get our heads cut off for reaching. Ain't trying to preach, man, I'm just teaching. Nothing ain't gonna never be the same until we get some freedom. Right now, all that life makes us time to fight back now. It's how we stand together, we demand change now. 400 years plus, they been trying to hold us down. I like that. We want it, we need it. Sick of injustice and being mistreated. They want us divided and feeling defeated. We know black is power, it's how we believe it. How long we gonna wait for our freedom? Tell me why my people gotta pay for our freedom. Paying with the black lives that you take from my people. We scream BLM and y'all made it the evil. Oh, I thought you were taking my picture. I was say, make sure you give him a shirt. sending your music in, and I'll make this announcement a couple times throughout the night. Make sure that if you have a track that is inspirational, motivational, that fits the times and everything that's going on right now, make sure you submit it to Round Here Radio. Submissions at roundhereradio.com. In the subject line, we need you to put "We Will Breathe."
Yes.
Please do that. Make sure you put "We Will Breathe" in the subject line. Submissions at roundhereradio.com. So if you got something out there motivational, inspirational, that's going to reach, teach, touch the people, hey, let us hear it. Now is your chance. Now is your opportunity to make your voice be known and be heard. So I'm gonna tap into just a little bit because people, I always try to keep up with like the COVID-19 stuff. You can always Google it yourself. Sometimes folks just don't like to do their own daggum homework and research. I'll do a little bit of that for you today. So right now, I know they worried about with the protests and what's going on. There could be a possible spike in the coronavirus and the COVID-19. They haven't just outright said they tested everyone lately because folks are still marching, which, kudos and shout out to that. But the last time I checked, which is sad, it's over 6 million cases worldwide of this dadgum COVID-19. And it's crazy. And the numbers seem to keep going up. I'll admit it is, because right now I think it's like 1.8 million in the United States with over, let's see, 380,000 deaths. Can you imagine? Like, seriously. Like, this thing is real. Like, it's crazy. I don't know anybody personally who has it or whatever, but I just want to make sure everybody's still staying safe, still wash your hands. I mean, that's something we was taught as little kids. Cover your mouth, cough in your shoulder, dab with it, wash your hands and what have you. I also try to keep up with what's going on in the region that I'm in. And so since right now we're about over 100,000, I think it's 107,000 in the United States, with approximately, let's see, I think we have about 600 cases in Richmond County, which is where I'm at, Richmond County, Augusta, Georgia. Then we have about, I think, 25 deaths. What's going on, baby? Hey, sorry, it's live. People are coming in the studio is what it is. There's about 250 cases in Columbia County with about 8 reported deaths, I'll say that. We have about 200 cases in Aiken County with about 7 deaths reported. So make sure, like, it's still real. It's still out here. Make sure you're still staying safe. I don't care what you say. Wash your everything. Like, wash your everything. Wash your meat. Wash your meat. Like, it don't make no sense. Just wash everything. On a lighter note, remember that video with the dude washing his meat? Just for just a little just before I get too deep up into this. Remember the man who was frying chicken and had to wash his meat, but used dishwasher liquid? Do you remember that video? Yeah, whatever happened to that dude? What happened to that boy? But that was funny. So make sure you are staying safe. Make sure you are still practicing social distancing. I mean, if you're married, you're mad at your significant other, go in the other room. You know what I'm saying? Go in the other room, take a time out. You know what I'm saying? Do that. Stay safe. I know a lot of places have opened. Georgia, we was one of the first ones who opened up, and I think now we just waiting on the clubs. That's what it seemed like, because I done seen like 8 flyers within the last couple of weeks about stuff that's going on. I'm like, dang, we just get started. But it is what it is, I suppose. Everybody trying to get they money and what have you. I did check on the cases with like the places with the highest cases. I know New York was out of control, but last I checked, Cook County, Chicago, has over 80,000 confirmed cases of the coronavirus. 80,000 in Cook County. Now, the death rate is not as high as New York. They have a higher confirmed cases, but not as high as a death rate. And now they're talking about what we're going to do as far as the schools. Huh? Oh, yeah. So now they're talking about what we're going to do as far as, opening up the schools and what have you. So we definitely got to make sure we stay safe in that, because, hey, I got a son going off to college, and I might not let him leave unless I know he's safe. But definitely, I'm going to remind y'all one more time, don't forget, if you have a record that fits the times, that fits the causes, make sure you submit it to Round Here Radio, submissions at roundhereradio.com. Put in the subject line, "We Will Breathe." If y'all was listening to the listening live on air right now, if you downloaded the app, you definitely gonna hear these tracks playing right now during the segment. So definitely make sure y'all submit that and send that in. But the topic of today is what now? I want to know, what are we going to do to make sure we make a change? What are we going to do to press the issues to make sure we... Oh, somebody calling in right now. Oh, hold on. Look at y'all. It ain't on. Uh-oh. I swear it ain't. Come here. Sorry, y'all. That's what happens when you're doing it live. Hold on, whoever calling. Okay. Well, we'll fix that in a minute. Sorry about that. That's what happens when it's live. But make sure we're going to go to break, but I'm going to put that in your ear. What now? What are we going to do? What are we going to do to make a change after we making a stand, after we've protested, after we've marched? What now? We'll be right back with Little Black Book.
It just has to be organized.
Now it's on.
And it has to stay away from
Yeah, I'm definitely soaking in the
Let us
music.
know you tuning in, though. So make sure y'all set a live feed.
Yeah.
Greatly appreciate it, everybody. Say you can call back now. My bad, bro.
Yeah. Sorry, Sid.
I mean, it wasn't really my fault. It was the computer's fault. Yeah.
I took the L on that one. Oh, so we back. We're back. We're back with Toni Blaque's Little Black Book. And right before we went on break, I addressed the topic of what now. So after we protested, after we've marched, after we've laid on that ground with our hands behind our back for 8 minutes and 46 seconds, after we marched the Capitol, after you burn down the Target, after you loot the Target, burn down the AutoZone, tear up the CNN building, what do we do next? What now? What are the results and of the change that we're going to make? How can we as a people make sure that we stay safe and what have you? And speaking of, go ahead. Was you about to say something? Okay. And reason why I mentioned that, because usually I start with, hey, the national holiday, and I make a joke about the national holiday, how cheesy it sounds. The national holiday today just so happens to be National SAFE Day, National Safe Day. Now, I always try to
feel safe.
Right, and that's the thing. But this is where the Safe Day actually came from. It derived from a young lady named Brooklyn Moeller she was accidentally shot by her friend at the friend's house. Let her go over there and play and hang out. She was accidentally shot. So the Safe Day is an acronym. So SAFE is secure all firearms in the home. Ask the questions about unsecured firearms that your child visits. Frequently talk to your children about the dangers of firearm. Educate and empower others to be safe. But how do we as a people? I know right now we don't feel safe at all. And like if you have your grandparent, what's that famous famous term your grandma always say, or your grandpa always say? I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. You know what I'm saying? So it just surprised me that today would happen to be National Safe Day at a time where we as a people don't feel safe. I'm a black mother, obviously you can tell that. I have black sons. I'm at a point to where I'm worried about where my son go at night when he drives my car. It has tinted windows, it's a nice vehicle, what have you. I'm worried about my young black son who has dreads in his hair. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, granted, he has glasses. Granted, they both wear glasses, but when you think of, I just want to make sure my son make it home at night. That's where we are at the moment. And me, I'll be honest, I'd say it right now, never thought I would have to have this conversation with my kids, ever. I'm going to be honest. It ain't I'm a naive to the fact, or I'm not paying attention to what's going on in society, blah, 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 blah. It's just the fact that I never thought at this day and age I'd have to have the conversation of make sure if you ever get pulled over, your hands need to be at 10 and 2. Stick your hands outside the window. As a matter of fact, drop the driver's license and the insurance card out the window and just don't move. You know what I'm saying? And it's at a time where we as a people don't feel safe. But what do we do? You know what I'm saying? What do we do at this time where we're in so much hurt and so much pain and turmoil? But the thing is, the march for George Floyd, he's not the first one. I pray to God he'd be the last, but he's not the first. And that's sad because I always try to come with some facts. So I went back to now, I went to like a 5 year stretch. In 2015, the police killed about 400 unarmed black people. You can't even say men now because they killing women too. You can't even just say the black man and not taking anything from a black man at all because you are the majority dying in this situation. But now it's almost saying you have to say black people because now they're killing women. And it's just sad that at this day and age, this is still what's happening. You know, if you don't, like you say, if you don't learn from history, you're doomed to repeat it. It's doomed to repeat itself, and that's what's happening. I remember I was looking on social media, and I saw somebody take a video, or excuse me, take some pictures of what's going on with the protesting, and put it in black and white of what's going on today's protest. Put it in black and white, and it had such a powerful impact than just being in color. But they set it next to the same type of pictures back in, when Martin Luther King was alive, back when Malcolm X was alive. To to back almost the pictures almost matched. Imagine having a black man tied to a horse in 2000. What was that? 2014, 15. The black man was tied to that horse. Then put the daggum picture of the black man hanging from the tree right next to it in black and white. The same type of things that happened back in the day, when our grandparents and great grandparents were alive, is still happening to this day. So now it's like, what do we do? Hold on, I got somebody. Oh, somebody said, and he won't be the last. But I pray to God that he will be the last, though. But we'll be right back. We got more with Toni Blaque's Little Black Book. I pray to God that he be the last, though. Don't forget, y'all can call in. Where's Cedric? Cedric, you can call in. Hey, Philip.
Y'all don't know what it is you look at. Seriously. You said outbursts.
I refuse to put out my hope in the boat.
Shabazz Ali said, anything we can protesting and marching long enough. We need to do something different. Let's start by stop black on black crime.
Oh, we got to say that on air then. I almost wanted to ad lib on that one. But I had to do it one time at least. Okay, I'm sorry. I had to do it. I'm not sorry. I'm not even gonna apologize for that. I had to do it just one time. I gotta keep a smile on folks' face just for a hot little second. So let me do it. Just in case. Just in case you hear. So if you're just tuning in, I want to make sure I say this one more time. I may say it again before the night is over with. If you have, listen, attention all artists, if you have a record, a track that fits these times at this moment, please submit your track to submissions@roundhereradio.com. Put in the subject line, "We Will Breathe." So that I hope y'all listening. So everybody who hit me up, Tony, how we get a record, blah, 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 we get a track on the station. This is your opportunity. So if you have something inspirational, something motivational, something that's gonna move, maybe inspire and change the people, we want to hear that record. And then after today, I ain't gonna say after today, but when I don't know if we're gonna have a cutoff time or when we're gonna do this run. But when we do, if we have a cutoff, don't not nan person bother and ask me, "Hey Tony, I'm gonna tell you exactly how you can do it because that's not hard to do. But if you're trying to get something going on right now, because if you listening, the records are being played. We're not just putting them in the archives and enjoying them ourselves. This is a radio station. It's not a podcast. I don't sit here on Facebook just to be cute. I can do that at home by myself or whatever. This is a radio station. This is where music is played. This is for independent artists. It is the hottest independent radio station in Augusta, in the CSRA, in Georgia. I say that. And I ain't saying it just because I'm wearing the t-shirt. But anyway, back to what we're talking about. So my topic of discussion is what now? Like I said, with everything that's been going on with Mr. Arbery, then we also had Breonna Taylor, and then with the recent murder of George Floyd, what do we do now? What do we do for our people, with our people? I, you know what I'm saying?
I'm just really getting into it.
Yeah, go ahead.
What do we do? Honestly, I feel like it's one of the things. Now, again, I'm saying one because there's a multitude of things that need to be done.
Right.
But one thing we need to do right now is everybody in their hometowns, in their cities, in their states need to look at every single representative that you have voted for or have not voted for.
Mm-hmm.
You need to look at them.
Yeah.
What do you stand on? That's from the commissioners to the mayors to the sheriff to the DAs to the judges to everybody that gets voted in by us. Now is the time to find out, what do you stand on?
Right.
If they are not standing for us,
Mm-hmm.
they no longer get a vote. They're out. Period.
I'm with that.
Period. It's not no, I'm gonna do. No, it's you need to do right now, or you're out.
Mm-hmm.
No more.
Yeah, real talk.
I mean, there are people who are elected in who run unopposed for years,
Right.
and then y'all wonder why nothing changes,
Mm-hmm.
because y'all won't go run against that person. Somebody has to.
Right.
He ain't did nothing. I mean, what? And y'all love to say something like, he ain't did nothing. You know what I'm saying? But ain't nothing wrong. So I mean, I guess he's doing his job. No, he's not.
Right.
He's collecting a check.
Mm-hmm.
He's just sitting there. If they've been there 20, 15, 20, 30 something years and have there's nothing on record of them doing nothing for us,
Mm-hmm.
bye.
Right. You
Bye.
right.
It's time to go.
Yeah.
Period. For me, that's where it starts with us.
Right.
On a local level.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody. If you get voted in, now's the time. What do you stand on?
That's right.
Are you with us? No? Okay. When's election? Yeah, he ain't making it.
Right.
Period.
On to the next one.
Period.
Yeah.
We need to make sure that we put who's supposed to be in there. We make sure they get there.
Mm-hmm.
Vote. Period.
Yep.
Everybody vote.
Right.
It's not about voting for the president. That ain't what's gonna make the difference. No.
Right.
Who we vote for on the local level
Mm-hmm.
is gonna make the difference.
Yeah.
Because now they can't pick people like him to even run for president in the first place.
Mm-hmm.
They can't even think to nominate nobody like that.
Right.
It's our fault because we don't pay attention locally to what happens.
Yeah.
That's where it begins.
But we'll complain about what's not happening, so to speak.
Yeah, we will.
Mm-hmm. We'll definitely do that. We'll definitely complain about what ain't happening, what ain't getting done, who ain't doing what, this, that, and the third.
But do a simple thing
right.
is take 10, 15 minutes out your day and go vote and put the person in place that will do exactly what it is you saying the other person ain't doing.
Yeah. Because another thing that we need to do is educate. And shout out to my radio brothers, Doc Bangers and Tone Jones. They brought me in for a quick second on Tuesday. I appreciate that if y'all listening. They asked, what do we do? You know what I'm saying? And ask some thoughts and opinions. We do need to educate ourselves. We do need to know who's running the legislation. We do need to know. And it ain't even just, hey, we voting Democrat. I'm just going to vote for him because he's Democrat. But if his or her agenda don't line up with your needs and wants, I don't care if they Democrat. You know what I'm saying? That's one of our problems. We don't educate ourselves like we should. I won't say all, some of us. You know what I'm saying? Because it takes more than, oh, I'm voting for Biden because he's Democrat. But what's Biden's agenda? And I'll say it. What's his black agenda? You know what I'm saying? We know the other man don't have one. We know that loud and clear. But what is everyone else's agenda? What do they have set in place for us? what are, and learn our rights, learn the rules, regulations, and what have you. I need to know we have more rights than and more than a daggum dog. I said than a damn dog. I need to make sure that my sons, at the end of the day, have more rights and have more values than a damn dog. I say it because I ain't gonna get in trouble for that. But at the point where we have to think about that, it's crazy. We'll be right back with more Toni Blaque's Little Black Book.
How y'all doing? How y'all doing?
Good. How about yourself?
I'm doing wonderful. I'm doing wonderful.
Good. Okay. So go ahead and go ahead and chime in. Give us your thoughts, your ideas, your opinions on what we can do to change, make a difference, and what have you.
So now we heard. So everybody can hear us now. So we done showed out. That's good. We finally can be heard. But moving forward, there's a few things we're gonna have to do to solidify what we're trying to do. And the main thing, in my opinion, is independence from non-black businesses. We hate to be that way, but at this point, in order for us to have strength and power, we have to build our own community up. An economic presence in a town like this, which is a town of a decent size, an economic presence, it brings power. You know what I'm saying? It brings power. And we have a lot of black business that we can purchase from our studios. We got black radio stations. We got food. We got clothes. We got everything we need. You know what I'm saying? We need to keep them dollars circulating in our own pockets. One of the second things we need to do is self-respect. That's in-house. We need to respect ourselves, starting with our children, with what we teach them, because they are the future. They the ones who really going got the power of whether or not we're gonna have a change or not. Because we passed a certain age. They still growing. They fertile soil. They the ones to plant the seed in so that we can make a change for our tomorrow. And then the third thing that I feel like we need to do is respect ourselves. As far as the way we lash out on one another when we get angry. You got men killing women, you got guys killing guys, nightclubs, kicking in each other's doors, killing each other like that. But when something happens to us in a brutal way, we stand back and watch. Now, I'm not condoning any type of killing or any type of violence or no threats against any politician or any law enforcement officer. I'm saying we as a community have too much power as a people to sit back and allow someone to beat your brother or beat your sister without intervening. So those are just my thoughts.
All right,
Okay.
man, we great appreciate you, man, for calling in, talking with us, chopping it up with us, man. Make sure you keep us locked in. All right, bro.
I appreciate y'all. Have a blessed night.
You too. Thank you. I appreciate it. Okay. That's good. That's all right.
We back.
All right. So, all right. We back. We back. We back. So, if y'all tuning in, don't forget the topic of discussion is what now? After we protest, after we marched, after we, like I said, laid on the ground with our hands tied behind our back for 8 minutes and 46 seconds. Like, that's a long time.
Yeah. So we had a call from Denzel, and his suggestion was that number one, that we go into independent black businesses only,
Right.
and two, that we have to respect our own.
Right.
And like me and you talked about off air, I think once this situation is fixed,
yeah,
the going to respecting us and we respecting the black on and we fixing the black on black crime, I do think that is like a second issue for us to tackle.
Okay.
I kind of want to touch on
that a little bit.
That business thing, because that's been a hot topic like all this week when it comes down to black business owners and what we need to do and all of that. And I need some of my other black business owners that are just starting businesses to understand something. Not every black business solely makes money from black people. We just own a black business. We have to be real careful with that black owned thing, because a lot of you are thinking black owned means you only let black people spend money with you.
Right.
That's not business. First and foremost, you're not just a black-owned business. You are a business. You are supposed to generate revenue.
Mm-hmm.
So just to completely just say we're only gonna deal with us and all that, no, that's not the answer. I will say we do need our own businesses. We do need our own financial infrastructure.
Yes,
meaning we have our own banks. We have our own IRS.
Right.
That means, yes, financially, we take care of our own. But that don't mean exclude anybody else's money.
Right.
Every black business does not solely make money off of black people. I'm just sorry. Black people don't support black businesses like that. I'm sorry. And we can say, well, we this should, and that's what should happen. It should, but that's not what pays the bills. That's not the reality that a lot of black businesses face. Yeah. So we have to be real careful with that. We just take and just go. Some of it, can't do all of it.
Right.
I'm sorry. That's not reality. That's not how that works.
Yeah, because we saw that when Killer Mike did the special on Netflix. He tried to do everything black owned. He couldn't even find a car that was just made by black people. Like he tried to find a bicycle that he could only ride so far, just far as transportation.
We say all this and type all this, but you're on their social media saying this. Mm-hmm. You're on their platforms thinking this and saying this. You see what I'm saying? Like we have to read. I agree to an extent.
Okay.
And that's just how I feel about that. Because I own the business. I would know. Like I don't want to just rely solely on black people to make my money. I can't. Mm-hmm. That would be.
And you know what's the sad thing? You know the sad thing that is that you can't. The fact that you can even say that.
It's reality. Like me as a business owner, this is simple reality. Yes, I'm a black business owner. Yes, I do just play black music. I'm in the black. Yeah, all of this is true.
Right.
But I cannot rely on us to solely make sure that I go home and put food on my table after I pay the bills. Yeah. I can't.
Right. And that's sad though.
That's sad.
Yeah.
But all the new black business owners, we just take everything. We go and do our own. We can't. We can't. A lot of you as you go further into business, you're gonna find out that you're gonna look and see who actually pays your bills.
Yeah.
Pay attention.
Mm-hmm. You're right. Yeah.
So don't be so quick to ostracize somebody that wants to come give you money. Like you're still a black-owned business.
Yeah.
Where you get your money does not determine whether you're a black-owned business. It's where you spend your money after the fact.
Right.
Are you putting back into the community? Mm-hmm. Are you going to fellow black-owned businesses that are smaller than you and helping to build them up?
Yeah.
That's what determines, your credibility as a black-owned business.
Right.
Not who you getting your money from.
Yeah.
No, that's bogus. I don't like that.
And that goes back to I love Killer Mike because I watch and pay attention to him all the time. But like on that the documentary he did. He explained it. He was like, segregation it was a good thing and a bad thing for us at the same time. Yeah. Back then, you had to go to a black dentist. You had to go to a black doctor. You had to go to a black hairdresser. You had to do everything black because of the world being segregated at that time. But unfortunately, it's not like that now. It's like, I know black folks who won't go to a black doctor because they're black. But they had to go get the same education that the white doctor had. They went to the same school, have the same education. But because they're black, they won't go. You know what I'm saying? And it's sad that we are, as a people, are like that. Because we definitely need to unify. Because this isn't a time where we need to separate. We definitely need to learn how to unify as a people and come together and organize. That's one thing that we don't have that we need. We don't have the organization. You know what I'm saying?
Everybody want to be a team.
And
everybody wants to be the team. Everybody wants to be the chief with no solution.
Right. You're right. Everybody want to be a chief. That's crazy.
Everybody want to be the chief with no solution. Mm-hmm. You heard what I said? With no solution. You're going to be in charge, but you don't know what to do.
Right. At the end of the day.
And
at the beginning of the day.
We have a lot of chiefs with no solution, and they've been chiefs for a long time.
Mm-hmm. So then what you think? We need to come, we need to have like a public forum. We need to, what do you think we need to do next?
Same thing.
Yeah.
Same thing with voting locally.
Yeah.
When it comes to our chiefs amongst us,
Uh-huh.
make some changes.
And make some
You're not
changes,
doing
right.
your job. You're sitting there.
You're right. You're right about it. Look, we about to take a quick break. I'm glad you just logged into my Facebook. I hope you listening to this. Check this out, dadgum. This is my toast. No more heroes. We in there. Black book. Oh, he can. What you say?
That.
No. What's up, my toast? Can you hear it?
Doesn't even matter. When the weight of the world falls on you, this life and after. Let my past pass me by, I gotta move faster, trying to play catch up. Just looking forward to a future that don't look like a disaster.
Let me know how you gonna do it. If you need me to show up.
Towards the end of this, punch you back in so you can act those out.
Okay. Yeah, okay. I told him, I said, dude, you sound like old Kanye. I said, that's an old Kanye joint right there.
What you gonna do when there's no more heroes? No one to save
Power.
hero. Don't think it's designed for disaster. You were designed with the heart of your goal, and the start of show wasn't designed for the raptors. No, want a breath of fresh air with a ventilate. Who the next generation will imitate? They want a vision great with a sample. Learn from mistakes, and you be the example. You another Malcolm, another Martin, even if it mean an outcome, another coffin. Yes, I rise. Time tick tock. How many more black kids gotta get shot? And just stop. World stop for the rest. We just watch. Can't enjoy it. Can't step on. We not perfect though, so the flip side. Look inside. Yes, that's it. I'ma see all lives matter. That's it. So instead of being in the plate, you a target. Turn it into a matter who it's thought. You get what you get. What the fantasy of horror. Life is a gift, so you finally ignore it. Wanna be a hero to your daughter. Meanwhile, changing the whole world with your order.
All right, world. I want to thank y'all for tuning in to Toni Blaque's Little Black Book. You can always go ahead and chime in on my Facebook and what have you, because I want to know, what are we going to do now? What now? In the wake of what happened to the murder of George Floyd, we're marching, we're protesting. We want to make sure that our voices are heard. We want to make sure that we unify. We want to make sure we educate, we support, we love ourselves. And that's one of the things we definitely make sure we have to do. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. I want to make sure y'all stay safe out there. Practice social distancing. Uh, Call and check on your grandma. Call and check on your loved one. Call and check on somebody. Let them know you love you. Call your dad. Call your uncle. Call a black man today and tell him you love him. You know what I'm saying? Just make sure that we support each other. We got to know, where do we go from here? What do we do at the end of the day? At the beginning of the day, what are we going to do? Shout out to Matos. That's the song y'all hear in the background. No More Heroes. I appreciate it. Don't forget, if you have an inspirational song, put in the subject title, We Will Breathe. Send your submissions to submissions@roundhereradio.com. Make sure we be the change. Make sure you inspire. Make sure you love somebody. We're going to keep it rolling. Toni Blaque, Little Black Book. We back, y'all. Make sure y'all stay safe out here and keep it together. Love everybody. Stay safe. Peace.
Yo, it's your boy Pharaoh Dizzle, aka Big Pharaoh, aka the Street Pastor. Don't tune in with Toni Blaque's Little Black Book, April 3rd,